Also new at 11 o'clock, an investigation now underway in Harford County after an alleged road rage incident ends in a shooting. Rachel Menitoff is live in Edgewood tonight. She spoke to a man who tells WJZ he is the victim, and he explains exactly how this all played out. Rachel.
Rick, the man we spoke to, doesn't want to be identified for safety reasons, but says he's lucky to be alive and is counting his blessings tonight. He says another driver challenged him to a fight and then eventually rolled down his car window and fired shots in his direction. On Sunday afternoon, Harford County Sheriff's deputies were called here to Willoughby Beach Road and Oak Street in Edgewood in response to a shooting.
I don't understand why people just resort to guns.
A man who tells WJZ he was the victim says he was on the receiving end of the gunfire and asked that we conceal his identity. He tells us that two cars pulled up next to him and started taunting him. He says he didn't know the other drivers. He then says he followed the cars to Flying Point Park, where there was a verbal altercation with one of the other drivers.
He challenged me, pulled out a gun. So when he pulled out a gun, I actually called 911.
The man says he followed that driver for about a mile and a half until they got here to Palmetto Drive and Red Bud Road. That's when investigators say the suspect rolled down his window and shot at the victim's car.
I guess because he couldn't lose me, he figured the only way that he was going to lose me if he shot at me.
The man we spoke to sent us these photos of his car where you can see at least one of the bullet holes that pierced his windshield. People who live in this area say they feel violent crime is on the rise.
Willoughby Beach Road area corridor and the Hanson Road area, it's constantly in the police blotter.
Investigators say they unsuccessfully tried to stop the suspect's car along Route 24. It was later found abandoned and determined to be stolen.
I'm lucky to be alive. I count my blessings.
The man tells us he has minor injuries and was treated at the scene. Tonight, no arrests have been made, and anyone with information is asked to call the Harford County Sheriff's Department. I'm Rachel Menitoff in Harford County for WJZ.